Hello and welcome to this video on IBM data replication. In this session, we are going to take a look at the different options to replicate data to target Db2 warehouse. Refresh is used for the initial sync where the source and the target table are brought to the same state. There are three types of refresh. One is JDBC refresh, the other is fast load, and the third is external refresh, where the load is executed outside of the CDC engine and the start and the end of the process is marked in the CDC engine. External refresh is used when the amount of data is larger than what CDC can reasonably handle. The other type of apply is mirror. There are two types of mirror. Mirror using JDBC and mirror bulk apply or MBA. MBA uses DB2 external tables to load data to warehouse. There are two possible types of deployment of CDC when targeting DB2 warehouse. Local, where CDC is in the same Docker as the warehouse, or the other, where CDC is in a separate machine than the warehouse. In both cases, again there are two options, one with JDBC type 2 and the other with JDBC type 4. If we use JDBC type 2 connection, then we will have to catalog the database. DB2 client will be needed on the CDC box anyways. Fast load refresh is the preferred refresh method when large amount of data needs to be moved. Fast load works only with JDBC type 2 and when database cataloging is implemented, fast load needs a folder that must be mentioned during instance creation. CDC will need read, write, and execute access to this directory. Fast load can work in both remote and local configuration. There are special considerations for HADR. We need to set three parameters for backup path options as mentioned. When couple of DB2 parameters are set as shown, there is no need to set refresh loader backup path. CDC will not validate the DB2 path, hence use caution to make sure the path in DB2 is set correctly. Between JDBC and fastload is faster since it uses native DB2 load. Since warehouse deals with large amounts of data, fast load is the preferred choice. Let's discuss mirroring. The first step of mirroring is through JDBC apply. It is the only mode of mirror or incremental apply for most of the CDC engines. JDBC apply can work with type 2 and type 4 connections. Needless to say, if we are using type 2, database will have to be cataloged. Both local and remote apply are possible with JDBC apply. The other mode of mirroring is unique to warehouse. It's called mirror bulk apply. It uses DB2's external table and named pipes to prepare data for application to target. For this mode of update, we must use JDBC type 4 connection. If first load is used for refresh or initial sync, type 2 connection and cataloging is also needed. Please note that system parameter is using remote source JDBC option must be set to true if CDC is remote to the warehouse machine. In mirror bulk apply, the DML operations are transformed to optimize for apply. Updates are divided into a delete followed by an insert. Inserts are followed by deletes on the same key are discarded altogether. Multiple updates on the same row are transformed into a delete followed by an insert with the column values in the last update. More the number of operations, higher the amount of optimization that can occur. Hence, it is advisable to allow accumulation of operations as much as possible, which is controlled by latency threshold that we will see in a few moments. The numbers of insert, update, and deletes on the performance tab of Management Console will continue to display the actual number of IUD operations. For warehouses target, JDBC applies no match for mirror bulk apply. We must use MBA as much as possible when warehouse is the target. The central configuration of MBA is setting up the mirror bulk apply user exit. One of the components of the config is the number of apply threads. Apply threads are JDBC connections to apply data to the target database. If target database falls behind the workload generated by CDC, then increase the number of apply threads. Minimum is 1. Latency threshold is a key parameter in the configuration of MBA user exit. It determines how long CDC will wait and accumulate operations before it has to apply to the target. Higher the value, larger will be the throughput. Last but not the least is the image builder parameter. If there are more operations than CDC target engine can handle, and target engine shows up as the bottleneck, consider increasing the value of the image builder. Now, putting it all together, as you can see, there are different options available. By far, latency threshold is the most important parameter and can drive the maximum impact on the final throughput. We will cover the user exit creation demo later in this video. Let's discuss the features that are not supported by the CDC engine. There are a bunch of things that are restricted for use in the context of mirror bulk apply. CDR means conflict detection and resolution. Summarization and consolidation are different types of mapping. Here are some of the prerequisites that we will have to keep in mind. For remote configuration in mirror bulk apply, we need to set up CDC with JDBC type 4 connection and easy using remote source JDBC option to true. Also bear in mind mirror bulk apply is supported when CDC and warehouse are on Linux. Let's discuss about some of the common errors that we might face. Documentations where we will find more information. I'll add these links in the description section. This page describes performance tuning parameters or levers and which one to use and when. We have already discussed about these parameters. I'll add the link in the description section.